Okay, guys, let's talk about product price points and sales volume. So, first of all, I'd like to tell you that all my products I always put 0.99. It's just something that I've always done. Like, if you want $35, put it as 34.99 or 9.99. It's just more professional looking, and if you look at most big stores, that's how they do it, and that's just how I've always done it. So I just wanted to tell you guys that straight off the bat. You can do however you want, but just letting you know how I do it. So anyway, let's talk about sales volume. What I mean by that is, let's say that you're selling something for $9.99. Let's go back to these products that I had pulled up. Let's use this one for example. So this thing is $1.29, and let's say like you could sell this for $9.99. So this would be a good product, but then you take out what it cost you to acquire that customer through a Facebook ad and what you've been spending on, like what your ad spend has been also, you're not left with much profit. So what happens there is you have to fulfill a lot of orders. Like you have to sell a lot. Like let's say you're making $6 or $5 profit. You'd have to fulfill 10 orders a day just to make $50. I hope that makes sense to you. That is, in my opinion, like you can do whatever you want, but in my opinion, that is generally just a bit of a waste of time. So what I'm looking for usually is products that I can mark up fairly highly, so I'm making a bit more profit. So just go back here. Sorry, I got a frog in my throat. So yeah, like I was saying here, make a little profit but have to sell a lot, and you have to fulfill a lot of orders. This is a big part here, because let's say that product takes off and you're doing like, let's say 100 orders a day. Let's just pretend that it's absolutely blown up. That is so many orders that you have to fulfill. You'll end up having to outsource that, and it's just a headache to make what, like $100 a day, maybe not even that, who knows. Like it depends how much you're selling, but like if you had a higher price point, you have a good profit and you have room in your budget for the ad spend to acquire that customer. And also, this is the most important part, to be able to test a lot more products. So you could be testing multiple products per day because you have a higher budget for ad spend. So that is a big deal, guys, and that'll make or break your store in the long run. If you just keep trying to sell things like this and you're barely getting by, you'll be stressed out. You still have to deal with the same amount of customers, so that's a lot of customer emails and stuff that you'll probably have to outsource as well. And like it's a big headache for little money. Whereas if you had something that's like $24.99 or $34.99, like I've got here, and I'll show you a product that you can do that with, it's just going to make things a lot better. So it's pretty basic. I just wanted to cover that. Another thing I wrote here, because this is actually quite funny. This is why you should never trust big screenshots without knowing their profit margin. So you'll see guys posting groups and on the internet, etc., and they'll have these huge screenshots of like money, and they'll cross out the order number. That's usually because like they've probably done a free just pay shipping campaign, but they're only making a couple of dollars out of that, but they're fulfilling a lot of orders. So that's why you shouldn't trust that. Like they're probably just scraping by with their Facebook ads and things like that. So I never trust those sorts of screenshots. And these days, a lot of those screenshots are faked anyway. People Photoshop them all the time. So I never trust that sort of thing. But yeah, you can also create upsells using apps. And let's just go over here. I'll tell you what I'm talking about. So let's say you're selling this. You can have an upsell on your store, and I can show you apps further down the road. You can have an upsell down the line in your store when people are checking out. So they'll buy this, and then as they're checking out, you can upsell them to something like this, and it's like a similar niche, if you know what I mean. It's related. So if you relate two products, then they're very likely to buy them. So this could come in handy if you wanted this, and this one is a more expensive product, so you can upsell them to a more expensive product. And then people do downsells as well, where like if they click no on this, that they go to a cheaper product as well. I don't do that. I just have the one upsell, but that's something that you could play around with further down the line. So let's just go over here and I'll show you a product that I've made a lot of money with. And if you follow my YouTube channel, you would have seen that I've talked about this product before openly as well. So yoga bands, acquire these for like $9, let's say. I sell these for $34.99, which is why I wrote that price point down here, $34.99. So then I have a good amount of room to move with the product. So I can run more ads, I can test a lot more products, I have profit, so I'm actually making profit instead of just getting by and having to, yeah, like outsource things when I've barely got any money. So you've got to make, this is a business and you've got to make it a sustainable business. So if you're running in the red all the time, you're never going to survive and you're going to get all the headaches of running a business without making any profit. So, or barely any profit. So that's not really the way you want to do it. In my opinion, you want to find products that you can have a bit of a, like a bit of a margin to move with, if you know what I mean. Whether you want to do this, you could do that, but I just don't do it. Also, while I'm on this point, I'll write this down as well. This is why I don't do free, just pay shipping. So for you guys that don't know what that is, let's just say, we'll go back to the tomato one because that'd be a classic one to use. So free, just pay shipping is where you say that you're giving away a product. So let's say we're running an ad and we're saying we're going to give away this tomato, depends where you're from around the world. Let's say you're giving away this tomato cutter for free, just pay shipping. So what happens there is someone buys this product. I'll just set up the shipping here. So let's go e-packet. So someone buys this product off you or gets this product, goes to your website and it says it's free. When they go to check out, they have to pay the shipping. So what you do is incorporate this price, so $1.58 and $1.29. You incorporate that, so what is that? $3, what do we got? $2.58. Yeah, so you incorporate that price and then mark it up by a bit as your shipping. So let's say you put your shipping as $9.99, then the profit is what's left between that gap, so the $3 to the $9.99 or whatever it is. So that's what a free just pay shipping campaign is. You would have to sell so many of them and fulfill, you have the same problem though. You would have to fulfill so many orders and it's just not worth it to me, which is exactly why I don't teach free just pay shipping. If you guys ever want me to make a video like that, I could make it just for the sake of making it, but yeah, it's just a waste of time, guys. You're not going to make any profit that way. So that's why I don't promote free just pay shipping. And I think that pretty much covers it. So yeah, I use 0.99 on my prices. It's more professional and I'm all about finding products that you can make a decent profit on, or products that are just able to be marked up by at least, you know, $10, $15, $20 that or more, but that'll come down to you. So that's my tip on that one.